Have you ever wondered if a single decision can completely change your life? I'm not saying it as a cliché, I say it because I lived it myself. In my life, I had no money, no education, no clear plan. Everything seemed gray and predictable. But one day, I made a decision. And that decision was the starting point. Everything didn't change overnight or magically. But at that moment, I stopped waiting and started acting. Most people live on autopilot. They say, I want a better job, I want more money, I want freedom, but keep doing the same thing every day. They wait for the perfect moment when everything will be safe and stable. But that moment never comes. Bob Proctor talked about this over and over. He said, money doesn't come before the decision, but after it. And these are not just motivational words, it's a law. Deciding isn't wishing. It's an internal, firm commitment. It's that mental state of, I'm moving forward even if I don't know all the steps. Since childhood, we were taught to act only when the path was clear. We were taught to fear mistakes. But the truth is, the path appears when you start walking. A real decision leaves no way back. It's irreversible. Have you noticed there are people who spend years complaining about their job, lack of money, the routine? But nothing changes. They say, I'll start when I have money. But money never comes first. It comes after the decision. When you truly decide, your energy changes. You start emitting a different frequency. Everything in the universe vibrates. You do too. You can't tune into success if you keep vibrating in fear, doubt, and complaints. Bob Proctor shared his story of being broke, in debt, and with no prospects. Everything changed when he decided. He emphasized you don't need to know how, but what and why. The rest comes along the way. Your mind is like a radio. If it's tuned to the frequency of lack and fear, that's exactly what you'll attract. You'll hear the same song of scarcity over and over, no matter how much you say you want something different. Most people live on autopilot. Same thoughts, same actions, same results. Even if they move to a new city or change jobs, they're the same inside. Because they don't change their way of thinking. A true decision is what breaks that cycle. It changes your frequency, your thoughts, your words, your body. It's a state of, I am already the person living the life I want. Maybe you're asking, what if I fail? But ask yourself honestly, what if I never try? The pain of regret for not trying is always deeper than the pain of failure. And this isn't just cheap motivation. It's science. Neuropsychology shows that when we make conscious decisions, dopamine levels in the brain increase, the neurotransmitter of motivation and drive. You literally rewire your brain. You don't need other people's approval. Bob Proctor made it clear, many will call you crazy. They'll say it's impossible. That's normal. They're just vibrating on a different frequency. You've probably noticed, when you're inspired and full of energy, everything flows better. People respond differently, ideas come clearly. But when you're buried in doubt and fear, everything stalls. It's not magic, it's your frequency. A real decision doesn't need guarantees. It needs courage. It's saying, I don't know all the steps, but I'm moving forward. Look at Thomas Edison's story. Thousands of failed attempts. But he never gave up. Because he had made a decision. Bob Proctor insisted on making decision-making a habit. It's not something you do occasionally. It's a lifestyle. It's that mindset of refusing to accept less than what you deserve. The universe doesn't change by itself. It responds to your thoughts, decisions, and actions. When you choose abundance, you start acting differently. And then the world around you also changes. You don't have to know everything in advance. Just decide. Start with one step. Choose one goal. The one you've been putting off for months or years. Decide it's no longer just a dream, it's a goal. Bob Proctor always said, you must act as if you're already living that reality. Speak, think, and decide from that place. Imagine your mind as a thermostat. It always returns to its usual level. If that level is fear, doubt, scarcity, you'll always go back there. But you can reprogram it. With daily work, visualization, affirmations, reading, curating your environment. It doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means not letting it control you. Everything you see around you, buildings, technology, books, was once just an idea in someone's mind. It all starts in the invisible. Your life is also built from your mental images. If you only trust what you can see with your eyes, you're limited to the past. True creativity and change are born in that invisible space, your mind. Abraham Lincoln said, "Believing only in what you see and touch is not faith. True faith is holding in your mind the image of something that doesn't yet exist." You must choose a new internal image. One that inspires you, that lifts you up. And act as if it's already real. It can be scary. Maybe no one will support you. But that's exactly what sets apart those who change their lives. They decide. Think of Bob Proctor. He wasn't born rich. He didn't have a university education. But he made the decision to become wealthy. He chose a new image of himself. And he dedicated his life to teaching that to others. Today I want to challenge you. Choose one goal. Just one. And for the next 21 days, act every day as if it were already real. Wake up with that goal in mind. Talk about it. Write about it. Think about it. You'll see changes start to happen. You'll see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. People who can help will appear. Ideas you never considered will come. But don't expect applause. Many won't understand. They'll say you're reckless, that you dream too big. Because they're afraid to act. You can choose to stay where you are. Or you can choose the life you truly want. Because it all starts with one single decision. The decision to tell yourself, I deserve more. And remember Bob Proctor's words, everything will change for you the moment you truly decide. If you want to develop financially and mentally and you're interested in wealth, subscribe. Let's walk this path together.